Welcome back in CPL game week 21. I tell you what, it's amazing. This CPL season, the top of the league is really tight. And even with 8 games to go, you could presume that maybe Cavalry FC, Pacific FC, Forge, Atletico. Do you see what I'm saying? It's really hard to predict where this league is going to finish with numero uno, who's going to be the champions of Campeones. You know, like who is going to be the champion? Down below, make a choice. Come on, you know what to do, CPL fans, Canadian soccer fans. Drop down below, make a comment. East to west, you've got to be a CPL fan somewhere. Who's going to win the CPL? 7 games to go after this. There's a story about that coming after this one. You'll never know what I'm talking about, but it's such a great story. 7 after this. We've got 8 games to go. So anyway, who do you think is going to win it? But here's the deal. I'm going to look quickly at the game. And the reason why I've got this one in behind me right now is because Vancouver FC is on the road at York United. And I had the pleasure of talking to coach AFSHIN GHOTBI prior to the game at the press conference. Take a listen, but there's a funny story coming out after that. So take a listen to VFC, Vancouver FC, AFSHIN GHOTBI, the coach.
Go to Stephen, please.
Good morning, AFSHIN. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning. I love your backdrop. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, you know, every day it's the same. Just the badges change, and maybe in a year's time we'll have a new logo for a few other teams. But I like to do my best, and I'll tell you what. Before we move forward, I've seen your team develop through the season. I've seen where you started. I've seen your additions. I've seen where you're taking this. The future looks very bright. But first question to you is, how tough has this been on the coach? Because when you are building a team, a squad, a club, it takes something out of you. How much has it taken out of you this season?
Well, I think that's an interesting question, and probably if we had time, I could tell you all my all my experiences. But personally, I think there's so much that I can give still to this game. I feel like the best years of my career is ahead of me, even
Beautiful.
though I'm at my senior year as a football manager. And I think it's like anything else. The more experience you gain in life, the wiser you become, and you understand how to manage different moments better. This project has been a massive challenge for many different reasons, and that's a book we have to maybe write in the future. But
Yeah,
what
for
I can
sure.
tell you, what I can tell you that it's trying to bring all different pieces on and off the field to reach a certain level of professionalism. That's
Yes.
been my biggest challenge. And that takes enormous patience, which I'm not sure if I always have that. And it takes enormous uh, resilience, which I do have. And I
Yes.
think those are the challenges I've faced. But I'm very happy with um, the evolution of this team. And I think when you look at the first goal that we scored against Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
kind of puts it all together, because it was almost a 2+ minute of possession with very, very intelligent ball movement and very precise passing sequence that got us in a position to get a shot off and to score that ball on a rebound, which was not an easy shot. It
No.
was very, for me, promising. And then to see the after down 1-2, how the players spiritually recovered, and the
Yes.
resilience they showed, the spirit they showed, it really puts a smile on my face that we're going the right direction. Obviously, we're not happy where we are in the table. We're not happy with the points we have so far, but I feel that with 8 games to go, we still have an opportunity to correct that.
Now, with that last 7 games, sorry, 8 games to go, is it your goal or the team's goal to get higher than Valor? Would that be a target?
To be honest, the goal for us is to make the playoffs, even though
Right.
all the experts and everyone is telling me that it's impossible. But I think nothing is impossible. And as long as mathematically we have a chance, we are going to do everything we can to get ourselves close enough that at least in the last few games, we have a chance to get into the playoffs.
Well, I'll finish off with this, AFSHIN and Caitlin. I've worked with a few CPL clubs over the last few years. This club, Vancouver FC, I want to commend everybody top to bottom from your club, from the media to the players to you yourself and your staff. I've seen a lot of great things with your club this year, and you've treated me fantastically well. So personally, even though we're not finished in the season, I want to say thank you to everybody in your club, Caitlin especially as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you.
That's all for you, AFSHIN. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck in your match tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a great day.
Personally, I would love to see Vancouver FC get some points and get on the board and get equal with Valor FC and really put some pressure on. And who knows? I mean, like you say, he's still hoping to get to playoffs. That's utopia. In reality, they're not going to make the playoffs. I love AFSHIN, and I've met AFSHIN a few times, and we've spoken a few times. I love the players too, but I know what I'm looking at, and an expansion team does not go to the playoff land. It doesn't happen. So I say catch Valor FC. Anyway, those two logos behind me, Cavalry FC and Pacific FC. I'm wearing a Pacific FC shirt, aren't I, eh? Look at this. Isn't it lovely, eh? Look at that. Disappear microphone, come back into play microphone. Right, here we go. It's like Spock. But on that game, Sunday, at Atco Field, Cavalry FC taking on Pacific FC. Well, I'm going to be wearing my CPL vest, but I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put this shirt on, and I'm going to put a Pacific scarf around me as well. I'm going to masquerade as a fan when the team gets off the bus, and I'm going to hold this ball, okay, and the Sharpie, and I'm going to hope to like fake it or fool to the team that I'm like a fan that wants an autograph. So, like I say, the ball, the Sharpie, the players getting off the bus. Let's see what happens, but you'll get the video after the game. So anyway, that's what's funny. Now, let's take a quick look at the table before we leave here. But like I say, the matches this weekend as well. But table before we go to the matches. Now, on top, you got first place. You can look at my table. Take a look at the table. Have a look at that. Right, boom. But got to say, Cavalry on top, Pacific is tight, 1 point apiece. Atletico's gone great guns, haven't they? Eh? Haven't they come back to where you thought they would be? You know where they would be. And Ollie Bassett, 10 goals on the season. I tell you, why doesn't anybody pick him up? I mean, he literally lights it up here. Why doesn't anybody worldwide see that? Anyway, maybe they will. But Atletico are there because of Ollie Bassett, fantastic player. And they play a simple game, counter-attack, soak it up, soak it up, soak it up, simple play, tic-tac-toe, bang. You're 2-0 down. See you later. Boom. Bye. Forge. Something's not firing right with Forge. Bobby's a great part of that club. But something's not right there. And we'll see what it is as time weighs on. But you know what? They're all in close, and nobody's won and nobody's lost. And even the Wanderers that are 4 points behind Cavalry FC, Cavalry 33, Wanderers 29, even Wanderers are having a fantastic season. And I said they would, and they are. And I'll tell you what, with a little sprinkling of Halifaxonian bloody luck of the Irish right in the background, do you know what I'm saying? They're like, bye. But I think with a little bit of luck, Halifax need to get in that playoffs and need to get in the playoffs. And memories of Stephen Hart will have drifted long away. And Steve is a good guy. And then down below there, York United, still not literally what you would say out of it, but got to say, 5 points adrift right now. Shades of York from a couple of seasons ago. It's York. It's like Arsenal. Nearly there, but never win it. Valor in 7. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Great defense, but horrible offense. Nothing happening. 17 goals on a season from 20 games. Poof, 25 goals taken from 20. That's good. But no offense. And that's what they've got to work on. And down below, bottom, Vancouver FC. Hey, a win this week could potentially put them level with Valor FC. I'd love to see that happen. But anyway, get ready for the weekend. Enjoy the games. And like I say, as far as Cavalry and FC, I'm going to be at the press conference. But for some reason, they don't seem to upload us media press conferences to the file where other clubs do. I don't know what's wrong with that, but I'm telling you now, so as you know, don't expect anything update. I can get it post-dated days after when you don't need it, but when you need it and live, just like with Vancouver and AFSHIN GHOTBI and Shansing Hundal, and big up to Caitlin from Vancouver FC, head of the media. She is absolutely amazing. So, enough said. You heard from AFSHIN and Sean, but you don't hear nothing from Cavalry. I got to speak for them this weekend against Pacific FC. I'll tell you what, wouldn't surprise me if Pacific gets a result there. Great team, great team, great team. Cavalry's had some good form recently. This is a massive game and can be so instrumental to where the trophy is going to land and who will become #1 team this season. In the driving seat, it's Cavalry. They're at home. They've got great home form, not necessarily greatest of away form. And they've had the upper hand on the Pacific in the last 2 games on the road, believe it or not. So will it be a tale of 2 cities where Pacific come into Cavalry's home, Atco Field, and take the points in this one? And there's one more game coming right at the end of the season that might well decide who is the champion after 28 games, and that is the game at Atco Field between Cavalry FC taking on Pacific FC one more time, October 7th. That possibly could be the game that decides who takes it all. Anyway, get ready for this weekend. Get ready. I'm going to be having fun with the ball, faking it as a fan, and having a laugh with the team. Get ready for it. Let's get ready for it. And I'll tell you what, let's have a great weekend. Wherever you are, tune in, CPL, Canadian Premier League, and you know that people behind the scenes, people at the scenes, people working technically, the cameramen, the guys that drive the trucks across the country, the guys behind the mics, the guys behind the cameras, the guys that operate the cameras, they all do a phenomenal job. Okay, let's help this league grow. It's Canadian. It's a Canadian thing. Cheers.